Welcome to the stall of VEZAPP Solutions, LLP. Uh, Bhushan Bhatt has been working in the foundry industry, trained in Germany, did his master's, has in-depth knowledge of quality management systems, how the foundry operations work. And today we are trying to understand what made him move from a different domain and a foundry background, and where does he see his innovation in the foundry industry, his contribution in the foundry industry, and what does VEZAPP do actually? So could you share something about that?
So basically, VEZAPP came to the place. We have in past experience that we try to adopt technology or rather solution and software which are working in US and Europe. So in initial days, India wants to follow them and blindly, knowingly, unknowingly trying to adopt them. But it has miserably failed in many areas, particularly in MSME. The reason being that the level of automation which is there, which supports the system, is existing in Europe and US, which is not. So being a labor-intensive foundry, what India was needed is a solution that matches with the labor-intensive foundry, the way they are thinking, the way they are reporting the data, which is, if you have seen the long logbooks, every foundry, whether it produces 2 tons or 2,000 tons, everybody reports the data, which is important for quality, improvisation, and so on and so forth. So that is where we understood that we need indigenous solution which understands and fits with the way of reporting in the logbook, but we need to try to digitalize them. Everything is same. Instead of just replacing a paper logbook to the digital logbook. So that's where we came in.
So can I say that VEZAPP has identified a problem statement of getting appropriate technology for the region?
Correct.
And that's where your core strength lies,
yes.
Is because it comes from a good amount of experience of how the foundry workflows are, how the foundries work,
yes.
Your understanding of the total quality management principles,
correct.
Your total understanding of how data can make this happen. In this journey, you have gone through a lot of experiences, and if India was to leapfrog from where you just compared that the modern, the developed countries are at an X level,
yes,
and we are not there. So let's say India's at industry 1.0 or 2.0, and we are talking of 4.0. How do you think India can reach to that level, and what could be the opportunities India could have by adopting this technology?
So India has an advantage in terms of having a young generation. Nowadays, if you go to any foundry, I don't see any shop floor user is not comfortable with mobile. Each of them has also screen time of, I think, few hours at least in a day. So how to convert this into an advantage is where India is ahead of others. Means my adoption of mobile is the strength of India.
Excellent. So I think you have touched upon a very strong positive aspect of, we talk of digitalization or digitization, but digitization in India has reached to the bottommost level.
Exactly.
And
that
you have
identified,
identified this as one of the biggest strengths of implementing digitization.
Yes.
Excellent work.
Right.
So how did you do this? How do you think this can you show us or share how you were able to implement some solutions or some case studies which you have done?
Yes. So basically what happens when you say compare Europe or India, ultimately when somebody says Industry 4.0, it is talking about different data points coming to the one central level, and you are able to analyze how this casting was made. That's the whole story behind even Industry 4.0 as far as foundry is concerned, I'm saying. So we are doing the same thing. Different data is coming from different user manually. In the background, it is interlinked. So when we know how this casting was made, I'm still able to get all the data points, spectrometer, tensile, microstructure and everything, but it was given by the user. I trust my user. I have to trust. Later on it could go to the next level where I get data automatically from the hardness machine tester or microstructure or spectrometer. That can be also done. But first level of implementation is let it comes from the so to say user, and I interlink them. That's what we have done manually. User is giving you the data, I trust my user at first level. Then I go to the next.
No, so in this journey, I think you must have faced a lot of challenges. Or,
Yes.
What would be the most important or most the biggest challenge you face in this journey?
So the biggest challenge in this journey is you are entering into someone's one know-how that he thinks I have the best technical know-how, and now you are trying to say, okay, I also know from my system how to make this casting. That person was thinking that, okay, I am the right person who knows, and I got this respect in the domain because I have this knowledge. Now you are trying to record my knowledge, and that somewhere is a mindset challenge. Second thing is somebody who is used to fill the paper and pen, and you are saying, okay, now you don't go it. So you are also entering the transparency domain where black and white picture will tell everything. Losses, money loss, COPQ, cost of poor quality, everything is in black and white. There is no gray.
So what you are trying to tell us is it's not about the technology alone.
Mindset.
It's a lot to do with the culture and the mindset.
That's discipline.
And I think this is a fantastic input when it comes to digitization journey.
Yes.
We talk a lot about, we want to implement IoT and all of this, and we are talking of how we can put instruments everywhere.
Yes.
But this could be a disabler. It's rather than being enabler, it could be a disabler.
Correct.
And so can we understand how you're operating? Can we also discuss with your colleague?
Yes.
So we have with him a young partner whose background is in digitization, not connected to the Foundry.
Yes.
And let us hear from her. How is it that you're able to understand Foundry and being able to provide solutions to the industry?
It is because we just try to understand what they are facing the issue while entering the data, and I'm working with the sir because he is having a knowledge of 10 plus years for the same field, which is why I guess we are able to understand what we are implementing right now.
Right.
Yeah.
And I see on your stall, you've just invited a friend from Germany, Michel. Please join. You have come all the way from Germany.
Right, yeah.
And I think when I was speaking to you, what you mentioned was you came here because you trusted him.
Right.
Right? Through somebody.
Yeah.
So trust is the first step.
Right.
But what opportunity do you see, and why did you, after having that trust, where do you see that the German technology can be a big enabler or has an opportunity for India with Bhushan or industry in India as your partners are?
Well, I think German technology has always been known as a good technology, not always the cheapest technology, but it's a trustworthy technology. And we want to work with him and with other guys and to bring this technology also to India, because it's not. We can make a step forward by using our technology to bring in not only the product but a solution where you can rely on, where it's going to work, and you can do a lot of steps together and to find the perfect solution for all of us.
So I think because Bhushan touched upon the culture and mindset issue, do you think this could be something which could be an impediment, or it could have a problem in implementing whatever technology you are bringing from Germany? How would you overcome this? Because you have seen the culture difference.
There are culture differences, yes. But on the other hand, I can only do good business if we trust each other. So I don't want to sell and run away. So I want to do the next step in business. I always want to do one step again and again and again. So that's only possible if we trust each other. If we can find solutions together, if my solution works for you and your solution works for me, so we find the best solution for all of us.
So I think what you have just said is coming from a very different perspective, that you are looking at Indians as equals, because trust can be done only when you're equal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It cannot be one up and one down.
Yeah.
And I think what you mentioned is a very important takeaway for us, that now Germany is also looking at India as an equal partner,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
and not just that, oh, India is behind. And
No.
I think you're given a very strong message to us
Yeah.
that yes, India is now mature,
Yeah.
where we can work together, derive solutions together.
Yeah.
Is that how we look at it?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we see India now as a, well, we see in India, but now we are seeing that India is moving forward, and we also want to work with you for sure. We want to get also this feedback from you, whether our products feed into your market, whether you are happy with our products, or should we improve our products to better feeding your needs, because your needs, we are slightly, there is a culture difference, so your needs may vary from our needs, but if we can adapt our product to your solutions, then yeah, we will do so.
Yeah. So thank you, and let us work together and for the good of everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.